Palworld is ruining the gaming industry and needs to be taken down. Palworld is so fun and everyone should play it. Did Palworld just steal a bunch of Pokemon designs? Is this game just Pokemon with guns? Palworld. Everyone, let's just take a step back here and figure out what's actually going on. Palworld is a game that needs no introduction, since if you've been on the internet at all during the past week, you have definitely seen gameplay of this game. It started off as people promoting it as Pokemon with guns as a funny little joke, but it managed to become the most concurrent played Steam game of all time, all in the span of a week. As a result of this, loads of controversy has also surrounded the game. And as someone who's in the Nintendo Pokemon space and basically based their entire channel around it, I definitely heard the hate for this game and the love. On one hand, you got people who are really mad, calling this a lazy ripoff of Pokemon with stolen designs, even allegations of AI, and overall being unhealthy for the gaming community, hoping Nintendo gets their big bag by suing them. Then on the other hand, you got people who are heavily embracing Palworld even within the Pokemon community, saying that competition is super healthy for Pokemon. Since, let's be honest, Pokemon has been completely uncontested and dominant in doing what they do. No one can even stand up to them. So with Palworld being #1 on Steam in a matter of days, it raises some eyebrows, hoping that Pokemon can maybe replicate a game similar to Palworld. And as someone who lives and breathes Pokemon, no kidding, Pokemon is like my first core memory, and as someone who has played Palworld, I'm here to give both sides of the perspective and give my opinion at the end. Let's address one of the biggest controversies this game initially had, that Palworld literally stole some Pokemon designs. And yeah, that is true. Even if you were to do a blind playthrough of this game, it is really hard not to link some of the pals in this game to Pokemon. Not to say that any game that introduces a monster catching mechanic is copying Pokemon, but come on guys, some of these designs are one-to-one. I can 100% feel for the Pokemon fans that are mad at this game because of that, since this is plagiarism, plain and simple. Pokemon knockoffs aren't anything new, they've been around since the dawn of time, but there's never been Pokemon knockoffs like this that got so big. In the height of this controversy though, on Twitter, there was a lot of allegations about this game using AI to model their games. A lot of people have a hard stance against AI in the gaming industry, saying that you're taking away from jobs from artists and the tools are harmful, and other people just don't really care what's used behind the scenes. Taking a deeper look into this and doing some research, I can determine that was just a classic Twitter lie. There has absolutely been no concrete proof that Palworld has used AI to design the Pokemons in this game. Not to say that I can 100% say with confidence Palworld does not use AI. Me personally, I would prefer if my game studios don't use it, but it's not going to be a deal breaker for me. So yes, we can determine that Palworld is lazy and has stolen Pokemon designs, but it hasn't used AI. So how did it blow up to get this big, and how is it changing the gaming industry as we know it? One of the basic appeals of Palworld is it's giving us something that Pokemon fans have been asking from Pokemon for a very long time. Pokemon Legends Arceus has dabbled with the idea of open world Pokemon, and it was definitely a step in the right direction, but there is always room for improvement. I'm not going to sit here and act like Palworld is this perfect game and the Pokemon companies should look at Palworld and model their entire gaming formula after it, but there's definitely some things we can learn and take away from it. I saw a tweet on Twitter by Philly Beats You how Palworld is temporary and Pokemon is forever, and I couldn't agree with this more. At the end of the day, I am a Pokemon fan, and I just want to see the best for my franchise. But considering Palworld isn't even a free-to-play game and it has gotten this popular, there is some untapped potential in the Pokemon industry. Like, one of the main arguments in defense of Palworld is that competition is healthy, and if we like it or not, it is. There is no way there aren't people at Nintendo that have alarm bells in their mind about Palworld, either trying to take it down or figure out why people like it and how to make Pokemon take that sauce and explode even bigger. Imagine a world where Pokemon did decide to actually drop a PC game which allows you to play with your friends, cross-play, open world survival. That game would never die, ever. Everyone would be playing it every single day. I know I would, and dump tons of money into it too. Even Mr. Beast tweeted himself that he's a big Pokemon fan and wishes Pokemon would switch up the formula a bit, which he couldn't be more true about. Think about it. The last time we've seen a game blow up overnight and warp the gaming industry to adopting its model was Fortnite. Fortnite blew up, got popular, and had the Battle Pass system to monetize. Now you can't go without a game having a Battle Pass system implemented in it. There were no Battle Passes before Fortnite. I feel like Palworld is going to have some sort of a ripple effect within Pokemon, ultimately giving us the best Pokemon game possible. And for me, my overall thoughts on Palworld as a game is that, yeah, it's buggy and yeah, it's stealing Pokemon designs, but it is fun and really fun for a Pokemon fan to play. Just hopping on a call with your friends, booting up the game, going from island to island, catching Pokemon, building houses, fighting bosses. I just don't know how Pokemon hasn't done this yet. I feel like online play is a huge part that drives a game to be continuously popular, and the only way we can really play online in Pokemon is through battling each other. Yes, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have introduced the way to pop players in your world, but it wasn't that good in my opinion, especially from the way that Palworld has definitely done it, replicating games like Arc. In the end though, this massive uptrend of Palworld is eventually going to stop and go lower, and the real question is, how low will it go? Will Palworld be able to maintain a competitive and healthy player base by doing consistent updates, giving what the community deserves, or is this just going to be like the game of the month? Who knows? At the end of the day though, I am a Pokemon fan. I love playing Pokemon, and many other people who are playing Palworld definitely love playing Pokemon, and we just want to see Pokemon push some new boundaries for the future. And who knows, maybe 2-3 years from now we're talking about Pokemon taking over the entire gaming industry with their massive open survival game. But hey, with this game being so new, only time will tell which direction this goes and the effects it'll truly have on the gaming industry, but it's definitely laid the blueprints to create something great from the Pokemon company. And regardless, just subscribe to my channel.